is get you? It's your boy Sam back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and ranking our top 10 power forwards on a on 2K database here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, I'll give you guys some honorable mentions. First of all, we're not going to be ranking the gambling cards. It's just not about that life. Is some honorable mentions here that I personally do like that you could have included on this list. I mean, Serge Ibaka is pretty solid. Willis Reed, Jonathan Isaac, if you wanted to include them on the power forward list, I think they're very solid as well. Hakeem, again, if you wanted to include him on the power forward list, really solid. But, I mean, look, we're going to be ranking our top 10. I do think, you know, there are a lot of cards that are close. Even Jaren Jackson Jr., I think he's close. I just don't think he's quite to the top 10 level. So we're going to be ranking our top 10 here for us today. Now, we're going to start off at number 10 with Diamond Andre Blatche. And you guys might be like, really, Ty? You like him over Jaren? Hear me out. 89 3-ball, 87 speed, really solid defense. Hall of Fame brick wall immovable, pogo stick, Hall of Fame catch and shoot corner specialist. I would say I don't love his release. I think his release is fine. I think it's more than usable. It's just not one I love. But if let's say you got Andre Blatche, he's a card I would use for now. Like, even if I got him on the No Money Spent Squad series, he would still be playing. I got JJ Hickson, a card I don't like quite as much, so he obviously got sold. But Blatche, definitely a card. If you pulled him, would not think about selling him. He is super, super good, especially as a two-way player in my team. Coming in at my number 9, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Karl Malone. Now, look, and I know you guys can hate on me if you want, all you want, but Karl Malone can play in my team. He can play. I don't want to hear the excuse. I don't want to hear nothing. Karl Malone, when it comes down to it in 2K, has a good release. He's going to play solid defense. Sure, at the 4. If you want to say, oh, Ty, he's just undersized for me and what I want to run, that's okay, whatever. I get it. But I'm telling you right now, his release is good, plays good defense. In 2K specifically, Karl Malone is the man in my team. Coming in at my number 8, Pink Diamond Paolo Banchero was also on the shooting guard, or also on the small forward list. I like Banchero, and I think I like him for his versatility more than anything. Now, you'll notice so far we've got 3 guys. In Malone and Banchero, I think they're undersized. Blatche's player build is just ridiculous. Like, for Blatche, he is 6'11", but he feels even longer than that. But Banchero, Malone, you might think they're undersized at that power forward position, which probably part of the reason they are lower on this top 10 list. But I think both of them, when you look at their versatility, how easy it is to green both their releases, you've got to at least put some sort of respect on their name. And I think I do like right now Banchero just slightly more than Karl Malone. Coming in at my number 7, Pink Diamond Bam Adebayo. Another card who's undersized. But for Bam, it's different. Bam's release is way better than a guy like Banchero's. It's just way quicker. With that being said, defensively, it's tough to beat what he does. I just wish he was a little bit taller. Is that too much to ask for Bam to be, 6'10", 6'11"? If he was just slightly taller, an inch or two taller, I would be hyping up this Pink Diamond Bam to the moon. The problem is just not quite as tall as I want him to be, but I still do like Bam. I still think the card gives you a lot on the court. I just think overall there are some better options for us as we do get closer to our top 5. Coming in at my number 6, Pink Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like I said, I'm not even going to acknowledge the gambling players because I don't feel like it. For Pink Diamond Giannis, his release is actually still, it's baited, no doubt, but it's still easy to green. The problem is the 67 3-ball. Like, that's the problem with Giannis. His 3-ball obviously was a little bit higher. He would be higher on this list, but a 67 3-ball, it's just tough to run that. You got to run him as kind of your pick and roll guy. People can bait off of that release, play off that release, and make you shoot with Giannis all game long. It just isn't as fun having to play like that. Giannis is still going to be Giannis, man. 7 feet tall, defensively, still going to be one of the best power forwards in the entire game. And if you like Giannis as your power forward 1 or power forward 2, I can't sit up here and attack you, because if you play that certain play style where you like running to the rim, you don't really care that Giannis can't shoot, then I can't fault you. For me, obviously, it hurts the way I play a little bit, but if that's your play style, you like running to the rim, you like long, lengthy guys, and Giannis fits that, do you, man. Do you. Coming in at my number 5, a guy that still plays on my No Money Spent Squad series, Pink Diamond Chet. And I'm on record for saying Pink Diamond Chet can compete with any Galaxy Opal power forward there is in the entire game, especially the ones behind gambling. And I'll stand on that, guys. Chet can go out there and compete with the Galaxy Opals. I'm not even going to mention their name, but he can go out there and compete. He's 7'1", half range. He can get you paint stops. Sure, you could say, oh, Ty, but his strength rating is too low for me, and I get it. His strength rating is a little worrisome, but I mean, again, Chet makes up for it with his height, with his ability to shoot the rock. Chet at my number 5, and he's going to be on my no money spent for the foreseeable future. So don't think, oh, Ty, you're probably looking to upgrade from Chet sometime soon, because it's not going to happen. Chet is here to stay on the no money spent squad. At my number 4, Pink Diamond Anthony Davis. Now, the one thing about Anthony Davis is I don't love his release. I think his release is a little bit slow. I think it's a little bit baited. He is 6'10", but he plays a lot longer than that. So even like, if you want to compare AD to, let's say, like Pink Diamond Chet. Yes, Chet's taller, but AD's wider. I feel like AD is going to play better defense. And both of them, in my opinion, have somewhat baited bases, somewhat baited releases. So for that, give me Anthony Davis. Is he worth the price upgrade? Probably not, but I do think AD is slightly better. I compare him to Chet a lot because both of them can shoot the ball. Both of them defensively are going to go out there and compete. AD, again, is just going to have that little slow release. If you get the release down, though, it's super easy to time, super easy to green. Not a release that you're going to struggle with or anything like that. Anthony Davis, card a lot of people in the community really like, really stand behind, coming in at my number 4. At my number 3, one of my favorite cards in the entire game. Yaylin. I've always loved Yaylin in my team, man. And this year, it's no different. I got him on my no money spent. Thank God the Pat gods blessed me that day. Got him on the no money spent and have not looked back. The card is absolutely elite. And you guys can be like, well, Ty, his defensive stats aren't that impressive. You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm not going to sit up here and try to, debate, oh, well, yeah, his defense. No, they're not great, but he's still 7 feet tall, still has a good release, still going to play lanes. I mean, I think the pros with the Yee outweigh the cons, and that's why he's in here at number 3. Definitely a card. If you've never tried him and you have him, I'll try out. See if you like him. His ability to stretch the court with the Hall of Fame range extender is super important and super valuable. Coming in at my number 2, Pink Diamond Tyson Chandler. So they're polar opposites players. Like, even on my no money spent, I got both of them polar opposites. Tyson, great defensively, offensively, pretty limited. To me, just slightly upgraded Pink Diamond Giannis. Obviously, for E. Jillian, way different. Offensively, stretches the court. Offensively, release-wise, absolutely outstanding. Comes with a Hall of Fame range like a 90-some 3-ball. Just polar opposite players. Whichever one you prefer, I'm with, man. I'm not going to argue against you. It all is preference-based. Whether you like Tyson Chandler more, whether you like Yaylin more, it's totally fine, guys. Both the cards can go out there and compete at the highest level. For me, I slightly prefer Tyson Chandler. If you're wondering why, just watch the No Money Spent Squad series, man. Tyson Chandler is absolutely elite. Coming in as my best power forward in my team right now, Galaxy Opal Moses Malone. I can hate on 2K for a lot of the decisions they've made. I can. The one thing I will say is the rewards that we have gotten are pretty decent. And I'm mad that they gave us D-Rob week 1 and Moses Malone week 1 because I think D-Rob's better than Moses. That rubbed me the wrong way. But then when I'm looking at it from this perspective as, let's not even include gambling cards in the game, Moses is good. And I'll show you guys. I mean, when I look at Moses Malone, he's got a great release. That's where I want to start. The Karl Malone release, fantastic. Great shooting badges, can get everything in the game. 3-ball, upgrade that, give a coach, gonna be just fine. He's basically a perfect card. That's the way I look at it. Half immovable, half, precision dunker. Great release, Kobe dribble style. This card's so good. He is absolutely worth you guys grinding for if you do play the game a lot. And for me, it's polar opposite. Last season, we had Larry Bird. Absolutely not worth grinding for. Moses is worth grinding for, a card that is really, really solid in my team. That's going to wrap it up for our top 10 power forwards in my team today. Let me know if I was too high on, too low on it. Ultimately, who I left off the list that you guys would have had on it. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.